biggest challenge I've ever encountered when it comes to other paper?
Well, around this time now, I've been able to find it easier. But in those days, I was challenged, and I challenged people. Well, I'm used to challenging myself. I'm used to challenging people. Initially, I wanted to have a printing press, but I changed my mind. I discovered that printing press is another thing on its own. So it's money yielding. But if it is not properly managed or is not properly done, it will be a big problem, right? I changed my mind because we used to run monthly. Though printing press will have brought in money, additional money, but the labor involved with printing press, I must compare it to you, is another thing. You have some funny printers, right? You have some sunny press boys that when you put them on the job, go to sleep, you're in trouble. Kill it to right? Business. So you discover that some of my colleagues who established printing press eventually sold it off, right? Because they have seen it as an avenue for young boys to survive. But I never blame them. I also blame them because it is an investment. It's either you are there or you are not there. So printing press is an issue. Those in the press too, another issue. Because you need it is a basic thing. You must run with a printing press. Without that, you can't survive. That's the first challenge. But I discovered that there was no need for it eventually. I can get my money, then print anywhere I want to print without sweat, right? Without surging my BP. Because it makes you to surge your BP. Right? Some of my friends, I remember, what's the name of these prime people and others like that, they established with printing press. Eventually, they couldn't publish for certain things. So I think another challenge is also labor, right? Labor in terms of professionals. I'm a trained person, a professionally trained person. It is an advantage to me. But some of my young colleagues, they don't have passion for this thing. What they are running after is money, 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 right? And at the end of it all, it's either they are not good in picture writing, or they are not good in news story reporting, or they are not just so good, they are not good at all. No matter how you want to reorientate or orientate them, they will tell you, okay, they look for miracle without realizing that miracle cannot just come. You have to work hard. You have to work hard. You have to plan. That's another challenge in terms of some of my junior colleagues that I've seen. If I realize that you are not good, I will tell you, please, go. Don't let me fire you, right? We are not having good impact, right, with the publication. I said, go. There was a time that we were able to have some of them who are good, right? We trained them, probably they came with ND, and we at least we sponsor some of them to the higher institutions, and today they're not with us. Today they can say, oh, I'm somewhere. Thank you, sir. There are some who will just be saying garbage. So I have been able to have thick skin, right? It's an investment. I don't need to play a full game with the investment, or else I wouldn't have been here. The newspaper wouldn't have been up to this level. So those are the many, many challenges. You are a human being. No human being will tell you he hasn't got a challenge. Nobody in investment will tell you he hasn't got a challenge. What about the challenge of money? Right? There was a time we couldn't get pay. We couldn't pay people. Right? So we had to lay off. Right? And there was a time we realized that we don't need to be going to banks. Right? Or else the bank will make sure they squeeze you tight, that at the end of it all you discover your investment is not working. But thank God today we have realized that we don't need to stay alone, because I saw one of our adverts for books being supported by your station now on air. And that is another thing, right? We write books and we make we are able to survive through that too. We're not just relying on the hard copy alone. Right, the online thing, I must confess to you, is not making much. It's not making how to survive. It's like my other junior colleagues who are online. Online is not just a thing you do and you make money easier, except for the established newspaper like Punch, The Guardian, this day. Online because they've known them.
They've known them already.
But some of you, you are just out. You say you are online. You are online. How can you survive? Do Do you want to survive based on Brian Vilo, or do you want to survive on base Kilomode, or do you want to survive strictly on Fumini story? Can buy 50,000 lower, and some of those Fumini story can buy 50,000 lower. Many of them are in trouble now.
A lot. All right, I get your point, sir. Before I ask you the final question, let us go on for this short commercial break. We'll be back. Are you welcome back? Still happening around the city on NSTV at Lagos, and of course, we are still with the founder of the Prestige newspaper, and of course, talking about the impact of Prestige newspaper in Ogun State. And as one or two questions before we wrap things up, talking about the impact. Quickly, Prestige newspaper. What has it, done when it comes to, employment, when it comes to job opportunities, create opportunities for the society, for the people, for the youth, not only the youth, someone who is interested, of course, in working, of course, getting anything means for himself.
The question is, let me ask you, is it possible to run a newspaper? It's not possible. It's labor intensive, capital intensive. The issue of labor intensive is you need to employ people, and you have to give people, you have to pay. So in terms of impact, our relevance in the community has been able to do it smartly. Employ young people, get consultants, pay consultants, right? So when you talk about impact and job opportunities, we have been able to do that. We are still doing that. When you take a look on some of them who are still in the higher institution and they want to do their attachment, you have interns. So interns from higher institutions, whether polytechnic, whether university, always with us. So you can look at the relevance of job opportunities. And I told you about the book. I thank your station because they are running that advert, right? The impact of the books alone is quite a lot of has created relevance. Right? When you feature highly placed people, you have seen their relevance, you have seen their impact, and you have also seen our impact too, bringing such good characters up to certain level in terms of memoirs. So when you look at our relevance and our impact to this community for the past 30 years, you have to be fair to us. We have done our part, and we're still doing our part. And I must thank our readers because they are marvelous, right? They respect us. To tell you, oh, it's either I go there to find out whether the story is true or not. We have seen that impact in our community. They ask for prestige copies, right? Let's read it. And they call us. When they read the story and they are planning to confirm, is it true? Say, yes, sir. If it's not true, we won't run it. So you can see our relevance and impact to the community itself. And there are many support we have gotten. It's like the current support we are getting. We are subjecting other human beings to something like you say, oh, Mr. Presenter, you rape. It's my responsibility to come to you. Did you rape? The worst you will do is you give me a knuckle and remove my teeth. That's another offense. I can take you to court for that. But I should have balanced my story. Because there's no point not to balance stories. And at the end of it all, you get to a level you won't like yourself. So the issue of fake is affecting media. And I just pray that some of my young colleagues are extremely careful
All right, so to wrap things up for this particular day, what are your future, expectation? What are your future plans, of course, ahead?
Yeah, I think that's a very achieve my vision.
Yeah.
You see, at this age, at this level, I've been able to play my part in this community, and I decided to have a kind of a newspaper that will be respected. I've been able to get that. I've decided to have a I've been able to do that. So the future looks good because the future looks bright with a proviso that we keep working and allow God, right, to keep on, giving us inspiration. It's a job we have passion for, right? And the future is there. If the future weren't there, we wouldn't have been up to 32 and marking 33. It's a matter of hard work and passion.
Beautiful. Okay, lastly, what can you say about NSTV?
I think I must confess to you, TV business is not an easy business. It involves technology. That technology, I can stay in my office, do online, easy, the cheapest. I can produce a newspaper, easy, the cheapest. But the issue of TV is a thing that is I used to feel for my colleagues who are there. For now, in the studio, I'm sweating. Simply because of my respect for the founder, I have to be here. It's part of how I encourage my other colleagues, whether junior, whether senior, right? Okay, if you start somewhere, you get up there, right? Your station now, how you source for money is another thing I don't understand, right? And you have to source for money. How you source for advert is another thing, and I don't know how you source for advert. You can't be running free of charge. It's not possible. Don't allow yourself to close your door, right?
Yeah.
You have started well, but the sustainability is a thing that I want your management to sit down. Because when I started, the option in me, how do we survive? How do we survive? What do we do to survive? And it flows. Because when you ask your brain, what do I do? It flows. It comes back naturally. So, straight to your point, your management must be above water. Your management, they learn from us, they are learning from us, they are supporting us. Stations like OGTV, they are there. Stations like OGBC and some of other stations now in the state. It's more or less like a sister-brother relationship. Oh, let's support them. And they are supporting us. When they have any relevant things to do, now we move. So our relevance, our impact on the community called Ogun State has been great. Because it is those community and humanity that we focus on, and the impact is there. If not, we wouldn't have been here today. We wouldn't have been up to this level. We would have gone asleep. There are many other newspapers that had gone asleep, right? Whether national or local. Why? It's either problem of finance, problem of poor management, and I think the issue has to do with orientation and training. And there's something NUJ is doing now that I appreciate. Go and train. When you are trained, you discover that law of libel, law of sedition, you have learned everything about that. The issue of fake, you won't be because it's either you want to run for humanity and community, also is an investment, it's an enterprise. It's not a free enterprise. So NSTV, is it NSTV?
Yes,
NSTV must sit down and think, switch on, right? That the next couple of years that your studio will be somewhere fantastic. Because for now, I realize that you are only trying to squeeze yourself to be on air. No doubt about that. Nevertheless, the availability of technology is there, but the technology is expensive.
Yeah.
Your camera cannot be bought just at Ingbo market or at Alaba market or at Chapon market. You have to get virtually all the things you are using, the bulb, the fan, the camera, the this, the studio. They are technologies but imported, right? And it's financially strong. So how you get your source of, so because it was one of my dreams to have a TV station, that I jettisoned the idea. And I went through certain things. I worked some highly placed TV stations are doing. Not just today that you have politicians who are establishing radio and TV. Maybe your founder is a politician. Probably he gets money from politics, but you don't rely on that. And then you also have to realize that, are we liked? Are we respected? Our viewers viewing us do what we call feedback. Because there is feedback on this Prestige Super issue. Do good feedback. Find out from people. Are you watching us? What are the things we are doing that you do appreciate? You call people, right? You can send your reporters out to find out, so they give you feedback from those who are feeling. You can also throw that on there. What is your opinion of our session? People will write you in. You know, you can do a fabulous job, but nevertheless, you still have to be up there. I wouldn't want a session just to close on, because you are doing your social responsibility like I've been doing my social responsibility, and I know you will survive, and I can have survived. You will survive.
Yeah. All right, thank you so much for your time, Mr. Dada Olamipekan, of course, the publisher of Prestige newspaper. All right, of course, thank you so much for your time. Hopefully, when we, of course, call you, you'll be definitely here to answer us. Thank you so much, sir. And of course, it's time to wrap things off on happening around the city on NSTV Lagos. Don't forget, it can be easily viewed on various platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube at NSTV Lagos. My name is Stephen Ajayi, and don't forget to try to join us next time on the same program happening around the city. Don't forget to like, comment, and of course, share. Do have a lovely day. Thank you.